Hey everyone, welcome back to Travel Vet. If you're looking to travel more in 2025 without breaking the bank, you're in the right place. I'm Yvette, your personal travel guru, and today I'm dropping some serious knowledge bombs on how to outsmart those airlines and score the best deals on flights this year. Get ready to pack your bags, because we're about to make those travel dreams a reality. Alright, tip number 1 to unlock those crazy cheap flights is all about flexibility, people. And I mean real flexibility, not just in your yoga poses. And I'm not talking about touching your toes. I'm talking about being flexible with your travel dates. We're talking about those travel dates. The more flexible you are, the better deals you can snag. Think of it like this. Airlines change their prices more often than some people change their socks. Seriously, prices can fluctuate multiple times a day. Google Flights is your new best friend. It's a powerful tool that can help you find the best deals. You can plug in your dates and then boom, see the prices for a whole bunch of days all at once. This way you can easily spot the cheapest days to fly. See that dip in price on a Wednesday? That, my friends, is your golden ticket to savings. Midweek flights are often cheaper. Weekdays are where it's at, guys. Flying on a Tuesday or Wednesday can save you a ton of money. Airlines know everyone wants to jet set on the weekends, so they jack up the prices. Weekend flights are almost always more expensive. But if you're down to fly out on a Tuesday and back on a Thursday, you're basically a travel hacker at that point. You'll be amazed at the savings. Even shifting your trip by a day or two can sometimes save you hundreds of dollars. It's all about finding that sweet spot. And if you've got some vacation days to burn, forget about it. Use them wisely and travel midweek. Midweek travel is the ultimate hack for scoring those sweet flight deals. Trust me, your wallet will thank you. Alright, tip number 2 is all about working smarter, not harder. We're talking about fare alerts, people. These things are like having your own personal travel agent, but way cheaper. Kayak, Hopper, Google Flights, they've all got them. You just plug in your route, the dates you're thinking about. Remember, flexibility is key. And how much you're willing to pay. And then, you just sit back, relax, and let the deals come to you. As soon as the price drops, bam! You get an email or a notification, and you swoop in and book that flight before anyone else even knows what hit them. Seriously, setting fare alerts is one of the easiest things you can do to save money on flights. It takes like 2 minutes tops, and it could save you hundreds of dollars. Okay, time for tip number 3, and this one's a little sneaky. But hey, sometimes you gotta play the game to win the game, right? We all know how frustrating it can be to see flight prices skyrocket just when you're about to book. But don't worry, we've got a trick up our sleeves that can help you outsmart those airline algorithms. We're talking about incognito mode, people. This simple browser feature can make a big difference when you're hunting for the best flight deals. You know how sometimes you're looking at a flight and then you come back later and it's magically more expensive? It's like the airlines know you're interested and they're playing hard to get. Yeah, that's not a coincidence. It's a tactic used by airlines to pressure you into booking quickly. Those airlines are watching you, tracking your every move, and they're not afraid to use that information against you. They use cookies to remember your searches and hike up the prices when you return. But fear not, my friends, because incognito mode is here to save the day. By using this feature, you can browse without leaving a trace. It's like going undercover in the world of online travel booking. You become invisible to the prying eyes of the airlines. When you browse in incognito mode, it's like you're a brand new customer to the airlines. They don't have any of your previous search data to use against you. They don't know you've been eyeing that flight for weeks, so they can't jack up the price on you. This way, you get a fair shot at the best deals available. So, next time you're on the hunt for a good flight deal, do yourself a favor and switch to incognito mode. It's a small step that can lead to big savings. Your wallet will thank you for it. Happy travels, savvy flyers. Alright, tip number 4 is all about thinking outside the box, or, in this case, outside the airport. Sometimes the cheapest flight isn't to the most obvious airport. Those big, fancy international airports, they know they're the most convenient, so they charge a premium for it. But those smaller, regional airports, they're often way more desperate for your business, which means cheaper flights. Now, I'm not saying you should fly into the middle of nowhere just to save a few bucks. But if you're going to a big city, check and see if there are any smaller airports nearby. You might be surprised at how much money you can save. Alright, tip number 5 is all about playing the long game, people. It's about racking up those miles and points like a boss, so you can eventually fly for free. I'm talking about loyalty programs and credit card points, baby. Look, I know it can seem overwhelming at first, but trust me, it's worth it to do your research and find a program, or 2, or 3, that works for you. I personally use a combination of airline loyalty programs and travel rewards credit cards to maximize my points. It's like a game, but instead of winning bragging rights, you win free flights. And who doesn't love free flights? All right, tip number 6 is all about timing, people. Booking a flight is like a delicate dance. You don't want to jump in too early, but you also don't want to wait until the last minute and risk those prices skyrocketing. So, what's the sweet spot? Well, it varies depending on the route, the time of year, and a whole bunch of other factors. But generally speaking, you're usually safe booking somewhere between 1 to 3 months before your trip. Booking too early can sometimes backfire. The airlines see that you're eager, and they're like, oh, this person really wants to go on this trip, let's jack up the price. And then you're stuck paying more than you have to. And don't even get me started on last-minute bookings. Unless you're super flexible with your dates and your destination, it's usually a recipe for disaster. All right, tip number 7 is a no-brainer, but it's so important that I'm going to say it anyway. When it comes to booking flights, you need to be smart and strategic. We're talking about flight comparison websites, people. These platforms are essential tools in your travel arsenal. These things are your best friend when it comes to finding the best deals on flights. Momondo, Skyscanner, and many others are out there to help you. Kayak. These are just a few of the heavy hitters in the flight comparison game. They offer a comprehensive view of what's available. These websites are like the Google of flight searching. They aggregate data from numerous airlines and travel agencies. They scour the internet for the best deals so you don't have to. This saves you time and effort, making your travel planning much easier. They show you all the different airlines that fly your route, all the different times, and all the different prices all in one place. This way, you can make an informed decision. But here's a little pro tip for you. Don't forget to check the airline's own website too. Sometimes they have special promotions. Sometimes airlines will offer exclusive deals that you won't find on third-party websites. These can include last-minute deals or member-only discounts. So next time you're on the hunt for a good flight deal, don't just go to one website. Explore multiple options to ensure you're getting the best price. Shop around, compare prices, and see who can give you the best deal. Remember, a little extra effort can lead to significant savings on your next trip. All right, tip number 8 is all about being aware of the fine print, people. Because let me tell you, those airlines are sneaky. They'll lure you in with a super cheap base fare, and then they'll hit you with a bunch of hidden fees. We're talking about baggage fees, seat selection fees, and a whole bunch of other nonsense that can really add up. So how do you avoid these hidden fees? Well, the first step is to be aware of them. When you're comparing flight prices, make sure to factor in all the potential fees. Don't just look at the base fare. Look at the total price, including all the extras. And don't be afraid to pack light. If you can get away with just a carry-on bag, you can save yourself a lot of money in baggage fees. The point is, don't let those sneaky airlines get away with their hidden fees. Be aware, be prepared, and be vigilant. All right, tip number 9 is for all you flexible travelers out there, the ones who aren't tied down to school schedules or holiday weekends. I'm talking about traveling during off-peak seasons, baby. You know how everyone and their mother seems to travel during the summer and around the holidays? Yeah, those are peak seasons, and they're the most expensive times to travel. But if you're willing to travel during the shoulder seasons, think spring and fall, or even the off-season, gasp, you can save a ton of money on flights and accommodations. Plus, you'll avoid the crowds. Imagine this. You're strolling through the Louvre admiring the Mona Lisa without having to fight through a sea of selfie sticks. That's the beauty of off-peak travel, people. So next time you're planning a trip, don't be afraid to think outside the box and consider traveling during a less popular time. All right, we've made it to the final tip, and this one's for all you adrenaline junkies out there. The ones who live for the thrill of the last minute. I'm talking about last-minute deals and flash sales, baby. Now I know what you're thinking. Travel vet, you just told us not to book last minute. And you're right, I did. But sometimes, just sometimes, airlines will release discounted fares at the 11th hour to fill empty seats. So, how do you find these elusive last-minute deals? Well, the key is to be vigilant. Follow airlines on social media, sign up for their newsletters, and keep an eye on websites like Secret Flying and The Flight Deal. These websites are like the TMZ of cheap flights. Of course, booking last minute comes with its own set of risks. But hey, that's all part of the adventure, right? So there you have it, 10 tips to help you score the best deals on flights in 2025. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more travel tips and tricks. What's your favorite way to save on flights? Let us know in the comments below.